Great evening, everyone. It's your girl, Dr. V. Listen, I've missed y'all, right? So I just had to get on, and I'm going to have to figure out my schedule, but I had to get on because I had to share this with you guys. I had to share this with you guys. So go ahead and share this live. Let people know Dr. V is live, y'all. I don't know what she's talking about. Did that say her wig fell off? Wait a minute. What is going on? I want you to go ahead, share the live, share the live, share the live. And while you're sharing the live, I'm also going to share the live. I know it's been a minute since I was live. It absolutely has. And we're going to talk about that too. Life has changed for me, definitely. There has been a shift in the atmosphere. Okay. All right. So while you guys are coming on, I just had to make a point to go live and share this with you guys. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys come on in, because you want to hear this. You want to hear this. Hold on. Let me see. All right, I see y'all coming in. I see y'all. Hey. Come on in, come on in. Hey Zell, how you doing, boo? It's good to see you. We gotta catch up. We gotta catch up, okay? So, you all, for those of you who have been wondering where could my Dr. V be? Where could she be? Well, I told you guys that I have taken a full-time position and it is taking my full time, okay? But I've taken a full-time position and I am working in the field of corrections. No, I'm not a CO, correctional officer, but I am a vocational educator within the prison system. Okay. So you all listen, I gotta tell y'all this. The things that I have learned, okay, about me, right, in this process are incredible. But the other thing that's incredible is the level of impact that I'm able to have. Hey, Jackie. Hey, sis. I miss you, girl. We got to catch up. Okay. You guys, do me a favor. Share this live. I know it's been a while. I'm telling you, you want to get people on here because y'all want to hear what I got to say. Hey, baby. Hey, daddy. All right. So listen, you guys, listen. Let me tell y'all. So I have been working and my work day is from 6 a.m. to 2:30 and I cannot have my phone. Whew, it's been a different world. Okay. But literally from 6. Like I've got to be clocked in at my station at 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay. Work is about 32 minutes from the house. So I've got to drive. It means I got to get up, get ready, get out the door, get to the campus and get onto the compound, which means going through security. I got to go through security every day. I got to take my shoes off, my jacket off. I got to make sure I don't have any metal. I got to be aware of what I'm carrying. I got to take my clear plastic lunch bag that's see-through. I've got to take certain containers. The containers have to be the clear containers and not, I got to have clear containers. Anyway, so It means, because I only get 30 minutes for lunch, that I have to pack my lunch. I have to take my lunch because I don't have enough time to necessarily go somewhere, get food, come back and eat, right? I have an amazing husband though, because he has been packing my little lunches. He'll have them in my bag, put me some little treats in there. I love it. I'm making sure I have fruit, making sure that I have things that are nutritious during my day. Y'all, but listen, one of the most important parts of my day, y'all, a live cappuccino. It's coming. It's amazing, y'all. You got to get you some. You got to get you some. I'm going to tell y'all how you can get it a little later, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm here to talk about what happened to me today. So today I started my class. My class officially started. I got email. I haven't had computer access. I was there for about 3.5 weeks, almost 4, with no computer access. Y'all, that's a whole experience in itself. Y'all know your girl can't just be still, okay? So I found a way. I found a way. I found a way to still get things done, okay? So I started my class on February the 25th, 2025. 9, the number of divine completion. My class is a workforce readiness class. Really, if I could title it, I would call it Pathway to Purpose. That's what I would call it, Pathway to Purpose. So anyway, my class started, and I have students who are getting ready for reentry. They're getting ready to go back into society. They're getting ready to exit the system. And I work at an all-men's prison, okay? So the first thing is, it's an all men's prison, y'all. Listen. So they get distracted, okay? They get distracted, and I have to remind them what we're there for, okay, and what we're not going to do, okay? So I was going down the hall to my classroom, and some guys, they don't know me. They're new, they haven't been around, while I've been here, and they're like, "Ooh, wee!" I said, "What? That's what we're not going to do." That's what we're not doing. We're not doing no cat calls. We're not doing all that. We're not doing that. That's what we're not going to do. Okay. And those students who have been around me for a while, they're like, "Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's Dr. J. That's Dr. J. That's a queen. That's a real queen. You don't do her like that." Right. So I appreciate that. But we go into the class and we start the class, and class has been going great. And we've been talking about mindset. We're all into mindset and how we can use our mind to create the future that we desire. Well, a part of me creating the future that I desire is I speak those things that be not as though they are. So I've been declaring about this movie, right? There's a movie that's going to be made about what we do in our workforce readiness program at Gulf Correctional Institution to change the lives of men. Okay. So I keep telling y'all, this is a movie. This is a movie. This is a movie. This is a movie. Okay. I need you to know a movie's going to be made about this. Okay. So, we're getting our mind together. So today, I have the opportunity and the privilege of speaking at our Black History Month program. Our assistant warden of programs, Miss Teresa Floyd, asked me if I would be willing or interested in speaking. And I said, I would be honored. Okay. So, I'm thinking about, what we're doing, how we're impacting lives, and what in the world I'm going to say at this speech. Well, we've been talking a lot about things that trigger us, right? And how we respond to triggers. And one of the things that we do as people, period, whether you are inside the penal system or outside, is that we often make excuses for our actions and our choices. And we avoid things that we have not mastered. The problem with that is when you avoid what you have not mastered, you don't give yourself the opportunity to master it. Okay. So that I'm talking to one of my students about that. And he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. And he says, "But I'm not worried about that." You're worried about it. No, for real. I'm not worried about, you're worried about it. He said, "No, I don't even be thinking about that." Not true. Because you keep bringing it up. That means that you're worried about it. Okay. So today we're talking about being a spectacle and people laughing at you. And we're talking about how much he doesn't want people to laugh at him, and I had to tell him, that's rooted in pride, right? It's rooted in pride. When we're prideful, we don't want anyone to laugh at us because we don't want to be the butt of the joke. Okay. And I get it and I understand, but I want him to understand that you don't have to respond that way to people's response to you. So I'm just talking, y'all. I'm just talking. Now, mind you, I've been wearing this hair all week, okay? And I've been shaking it. I'm doing all that, right? So we're talking about being made a spectacle and people laughing at you. And I'm saying something and I do like this. And that's exactly what happens. My wig falls off. Now listen, I just keep teaching. Right? Like I'm talking right now. I just keep right on. I said, see, that's a prime example. Now I could feel some type of way and feel like, oh my God, they're going to laugh at me. Oh my God, be embarrassed, get defensive, and do all of that. But why? If I know who I am and I know my identity is not determined by whether or not I have this wig on or off, that should not be that big of a deal for me. And it wasn't. So I'm talking to them. My wig is on the floor. And I was telling him, I said, God loves you a lot. I'm talking about he really loves you a lot. He interrupted my speech and made my wig fall off for you. Do you understand that God loves you? He made my wig fall off for you in that moment. So I picked my wig up and I put it on my hip and I'm talking. Okay. And I'm still just talking with my wig off. I'm just talking. Eventually I put my wig back on, but I wanted him to understand that the only way for us to get on the other side of those things that have hindered us and that have been blocks in our life is to do them. Well, you all know me, if you've been following me for any period of time, the doctor has had a tendency to be late. Now, I want you to think about this. I got a new job. I got to be at work, clocked in at my station at 6 a.m. Maybe I missed some days. And I had to have a conversation with my assistant warden about time, right? Y'all know, I'm so, I can be such a perfectionist, and I don't like getting in trouble. My daddy will tell you that, baby. I don't like getting in no trouble. I will cry in a minute if I feel like I'm in trouble. But God has forced me to deal with my punctuality. He's forced me to deal with my use of time. He's forced me to deal with making the most of time, even when I don't have the convenience of the computer, and realizing that you can still do things without a computer. I have written more than I have written. In these past 4 weeks, I've written more than I have written by hand in probably the last 25 years. Just writing, just writing, just writing, just writing. Okay. I'm watching God change me. Now, the thing about God, and you got to remember this, is that anytime God takes you through change, is to prepare you for something that he's already prepared for you. Anytime God takes you through change, it's to prepare you for something he's already prepared for you. So if my time and time management is a problem from where I'm going, it must be dealt with. And if the way that it's dealt with is, I gotta quote unquote get in trouble so that I will allow I don't want to be in trouble to cause me to move differently, to leave earlier, to give myself more time to get things done. If me being on social media is a distraction, I've got to be in a place where social media can't be my distraction. But I had to come on today because I'm absolutely full. So today, at 11, we had our, hold on, y'all, I'm gonna put my wig back on. Wait, hold on. Okay, so today at 11, we had our Black History program, and I was the speaker. Okay, I've just had a full past few days because um, when the men talk about what the class is doing for them and how it's impacting them, it impacts me. Mm. So it's already one thing, right? But today, having to speak to my colleagues throughout the prison, I was nervous. I was nervous because many times the officers don't view what we do as valuable. They may feel like that that gentlemen, the inmates, don't deserve it because they're an inmate. They don't deserve education. They don't deserve access to these things. They don't deserve it. And so it can create a combative environment. And so, um, what am I going to say about Black history? Add to that, we're in the country in Florida, Trump country. What am I going to say about Black history? How am I going to navigate this? How is this going to go over? Right. And so I asked God, what to say? What, like, I don't even, people are already thrown off because I'm a doctor. Why she got to be called doctor? Because I'm a doctor. I don't know what. So our warden, who I had not had a chance to spend a lot of time with, but because our assistant warden was out, he introduced me. And so they asked me for a bio. I sent over a brief bio. And when he got up there, he said, this woman's record is quite impressive. Now, I don't walk around like I'm all that, because really everything God has done in my life has prepared me to serve these inmates. I want y'all to hear me. Mm, mm, mm. All of my education, all of my coaching has been to prepare me to serve these inmates, to help prepare them and shift their mind from where it is to where they're going. And we work daily to do that. We have a class motto. We have affirmations that we do every day at the beginning of our class and at the end of our class. We clap it up to shift energy. We breathe to get control of ourselves, right? So today in our class, there were about they had to do the count 3 times, which meant that everything had to stop. All of the students had to go out in the hall while they counted everybody because apparently the count wasn't coming out right. They had to do it 3 times. Now they're getting frustrated because it's always happening right when I'm saying something real good and powerful. And they said, see, the devil mad, right? And I'm like, hold on, what? All is well. Everything that happens in my life is happening for my utmost highest good. And this situation, this so-called problem, can only bring good to me and good in my life. And I am safe. So we gotta say that affirmation, right? To remind them of who they are in the midst of what's going on. So They come back in after the third count, and I said, "Okay, y'all, we haven't said our course motto and our affirmations yet. Okay, so let's do that. Let's take some deep breaths. Come on, come on, come on. Let's breathe. Deep breath in." Somebody said, "Our stomach's supposed to go out, isn't it?" I said, "Absolutely. Now blow out, blow, blow, blow." I tell them to think about the negativity, the frustration, the worry, whatever those emotions are. Breathe in. Take them all in, take them all in, take them all in. Now blow them out. And then we say our course motto. And I say, "Our course motto is," and they say, define your purpose, identify your strengths, and design your future. I said, our affirmations are, I am resilient. Baby, and we begin to declare, I have unique abilities that the world can use. My past does not define my future, right? Because now I got to get them out of the mindset that they're less than a person, that they're horrible because they've been through all this stuff. And I gotta, that's right, Kim. I've got to affirm the men, okay? I've got to affirm the men, right? And so we do our affirmations. I said, "All right, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up." And they go, because clapping produces positive energy, right? So we go on and we finish our class, and I get ready for to go speak, and everything wasn't flowing the way I wanted it to flow. And I'd forgotten to email something to myself, and so I'd asked my daughter to email it, but it didn't come through. And so I said, "Okay, okay, God, so you got to tell me what you got to do, what you want me to do." And he did, and it worked perfectly, right? Um, and so when I spoke, I focused on life in the prison without inventions made by African Americans. And it just kind of brought into focus things that we take for granted daily that are the result of African American people's inventions or Black people's inventions. And so it was really good. And I talked about though that struggle, right? Of trying to prepare men for the outside when they've been inside. And a lot of times the focus is breaking them down, just breaking them down, breaking them down, breaking them down, breaking them down, right? And then I have to build them up, build them up, build them up, build them up. So it seems like we're at odds. And I knew God had moved. And there's a young lady, she's a young African American woman. She's a correctional officer trainee. She's a trainee. And she was sitting there and she didn't know I was speaking. And then I got up and I spoke, and she was like, "You speaking?" I was like, "Yeah." Yeah. She's like, "What? And nobody really knew any of the stuff I've done. They didn't know that I've taught at Research One institutions. They didn't know that I've written books. They didn't know that that I'm a destiny fulfillment strategist. They didn't know those things. All they know is I'm that lady that always comes in saying, "Good morning, happy Monday," at 5 something in the morning. I'm that woman that comes in on Tuesday. "Good morning, happy Tuesday." And they like, "What is wrong with this lady?" I'm that woman that comes in on Wednesday and say, "Good morning, happy Wednesday, it's hump day." Every day, without fail, I get out of my car and I might be singing a song and I have prayed in the spirit and I am ready for my day. And I'm bringing nothing but positivity and sunlight. As my husband would say, letting my little light shine, right? So, where there was once resistance, I'm talking about resistance, and people being either nonchalant about the importance of me actually getting in, to clocking in on time, to now actively going out of their way to make sure they give me my key, actively going out of their way to make sure I get in. And there's always somebody who says, Every day you come in here like that. Every day we know that, to the point where it has literally started shifting other people on the compound. Now, people who weren't smiling and laughing or maybe felt some type of way about me are saying, "Good morning, sunshine." And I'm like, "Good morning. Good morning. How are you?" Bringing joy and light and laughter to a place that can often be bleak and depressing and frustrating. Helping people to learn how to deal with the frustrations of the count having to be done 3 times. And our class being interrupted every time. It seems like it's just getting good, right? Like when you're watching a good show and your mama calls you, "Come here," and then says, "Go get that remote for me." Yes, baby. It is contagious. It is contagious, and people are catching it. Light in the darkness. That's right. And so, I was telling the students the other day, I said, I applied at several different prisons for different positions, right? Because this is a new world for me. I don't know this world. Hey, Cap. Hey, my friend. But I had interviews, and I got offers from different places, and I had to make a decision. And everybody that I told that I had applied at Gulf CI said, "Oh, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go. Oh, that's one of the worst prisons in the state of Florida. You don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Oh, they rough over there. Oh, they rough. Oh, it's rough over there at Gulf. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. You want to be over here with us. We don't have all that, all those problems. We don't have all that. We don't have that. They got all these gang members. They got all of this and that. This is where they send the people that, have a lot of problems." And I remember I was saying, "God, okay, where do I go? Where do I go?" And he said, "Gulf." Because those are the people that I'm called to. The worst of the worst, the ones that everybody's thrown away and counted out and all that good stuff, to speak life and to give hope and to help transform minds. And I was telling the students, I said, "Yeah, and I chose Gulf." One of my students looked at me and he said, "Dr. J, you didn't choose Gulf. Gulf chose you." I said, "You better preach." He said, "You didn't choose Gulf. Gulf chose you." What I bring, they were calling out for. And God used the universe to move me and position me to see that job announcement, to really seriously apply for it, and to go into the prisons. When, if you know me, I talk about prison ministry. But God said, "I'm going to do you one better. I'm going to allow you to do ministry in the prison, get a paycheck, get retirement, get benefits. You got insurance, you got medical, dental, you got you got vision. You're gonna be able to get some contacts. Like you're gonna be able to get all that." My baby said he gave them what they needed, and he gave me what I needed. I was able to get a level of insurance that I would not have been able to get without being in that position, right? Um, and I found myself, girl, I applied for a chaplain position, but the chaplain, they don't have the same benefits that the teachers do. And I got a bonus. And I got a bonus for signing on. Okay? Yes. Yes, Jackie. Yes. My baby talking about fix my teeth too. You got beautiful teeth. So when I first got there, they had an employee appreciation. They had an employee appreciation. Yes, Kim, I'm taking care of God's business and he's taking care of mine. Absolutely. So they had an employee appreciation and they had the best employee, for the month, the employee of the month. And I said, sitting there, I'm going to be the employee of the month for March. I said, I'm gonna get me a certificate. I'm going to get right this recognition. And I remember I was in the office and the major was in there. And I said, well, listen, they're calling the young lady who won in February, Miss February. I said, well, just call me Dr. March, okay? Call me Dr. March, baby, because I'm going to get that in March, okay? Now, listen, I just got there January 24th. I'm already talking about getting an Employee Appreciation Award. Babe, can you come and get my award and my coin for me, please? Yes, March is Women's Appreciation Month, Empowerment Month. Absolutely, absolutely. So the warden said, we've got some things for her. And I was like, y'all got some stuff for little old me. And I finished speaking and he came up and our assistant warden was out. She's had some family challenges, health challenges, and she had put some things together for me, but they didn't know where it was. So our warden had to do it, and he said, I do, I'm not techie. I'm not techie. I only got a high school diploma. I said, well, you did it with your high school diploma. Come on now, right? Hey, brother. So he pulls out. Thank you, baby. He pulls out this beautiful, y'all, isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, y'all, it's so pretty. State of Florida Department of Corrections. Thank you for your service, with the seal. And then you open it up inside, and he created my certificate of achievement. And it reads, Certificate of Appreciation presented to Dr. Veronica Johnson in recognition as our guest of honor for Black History Month at Gulf Correctional Institution. And it's dated February 27, 2025. Presented by our warden, Michael Pavis. And I said, wow. So I'm thinking, oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. Then he says, I also have a challenge coin for you. And I'm going to tell you later what this challenge coin means. Listen, the challenge coin, y'all, is heavy. Comes in a little plastic thing. And ooh, it's beautiful. And it's got some writing on the back, and I can't read not now bit of it. But there's meaning to it. We're going to find out. We're going to find out what it is. Kim said, keep making Black history and women's history. Listen, because I am Black history. I am women's history. Y'all, listen, we're making history now. Like, that's what's literally happened. Kim said, you're making a mark that can't be erased, Dr. V. Girl, stop. I got goosebumps over here. I was wondering why God said, shut down the church. Stop doing the prophetic drive-by. Stop going live every day. I was wondering why. I didn't know why, but I just know he said it. And because he said it, I did it. And because I did it, he gave me some things that I needed. And he gave me an opportunity every day to go in and speak life to people who have not had life spoken to them in a long time. To be a woman in their life who is encouraging them and calling them kings. Because that's what I tell them. You're a king. It's your birthright. It's your inheritance. I got that from my daddy. It's your birthright. It's your inheritance. And they believe me. And they adjust. They adjust their posture. They adjust their speech. They adjust their thought. They walk like the kings that they are. From the 25th to the 27th, that's 2 days. In 2 days, I've watched these men, young and more mature have straighter backs and heads that are held higher and believe in themselves, believe in them, so that when they go out, no matter what they encounter, they'll know it is well. Everything that happens in my life is happening for my utmost, highest good. And this situation, this so called problem, can only bring good in my life, and I am safe. Just that gives them something to hold on to help them navigate the challenges of life. Because we have challenges. We're going to have challenges. It's not if we have challenges, it's when we have challenges. So what do we do with it? Hey, Phoenicia, I miss you, girl. I wanted to come on because my wig fell off. Fell right off my head. Bloop! And I just kept going. So many times in life, things happen and we stop because it's not perfect. Because we don't want anyone to laugh at us. We won't take a chance again. Because we don't want to risk failing, we won't try. Because we don't think we're worthy, we'll sabotage ourselves. And I came to tell you, you don't have time for that. There are people waiting for you. The same way those men were waiting for me in that prison, there are people waiting for you, for what you bring, for what you have, for what you've gone through, for the lessons that you've learned, for the wisdom that you've gained, for the smile that you give, the encouragement that you give. There are people waiting for you. And you got to decide, am I going to be selfish and allow my insecurities to stop me from being there and doing what I'm supposed to do to impact the lives of others? Or I'm going to get on the other side of me and my fears and my insecurities, the things I say, oh, that's just me, but really need to change and really show up and show out. You would think I'm the queen of golf when I walk down the hall. And I am their queen. And they make that very clear. And they don't play about me. They do not play about Dr. J. Okay? It's been an unexpected shift in my life, but one that I'm absolutely loving. Even before my class started, my husband would tell you I would come home and talk about, oh my goodness, today at work, today at work, today at work, today at work, today at work. For somebody that don't like really getting out of the house, right? Today at work, today at work, today at work. Oh, baby. And so he knows the people's names. He knows, because I've told the stories. I've told the stories. Oh, baby, you're a queen to be. Summerlin said that's great for them for reflection on their newness with their mental work. Sounds like, yes, absolutely. And I'm excited because I'm telling y'all, I tell them every day, oh, this is going to be a movie. This is going to be a movie. This is going to be a movie. We're going to write a curriculum. It's going to change how corrections is done, right? We're going to put together a program. This program is going to impact people not only at Gulf, but in prisons. It's going to be a model program throughout the state of Florida, across the country, and throughout the world. They're going to write about it, talk about it, speak about it, right? I'm going to write a curriculum on it, right? And I say it, and this is what I tell them. I said, now, I don't say this to be braggadocious. Y'all, I throw big words out there, then I ask them what they mean. What that mean? Who knows what that means, right? And they tell me, right? I said, I don't say this to be braggadocious. What does that mean? They said, to be boasting. I said, that's right. I say it because you got to get comfortable speaking what you want. You got to be comfortable speaking your reality. even if it sounds crazy to everybody around you. Comfortable speaking it. So today when I spoke at the luncheon, I told them, I said, yeah. And I told my students that there's gonna be a movie. There's gonna be a movie about this, right? And I said it's gonna be on Netflix, Amazon Prime. It's gonna be on the big screen. Uh, and the warden at the end got up and he said, I don't mind Netflix because I got a subscription. I don't even mind Amazon Prime. I got a subscription to that. I just don't want to be on the news. Okay. And even that, we're going to be on the news, but we're not going to be on the news for something bad. We're going to be on the news for something great. And that's how we gotta think. That's how we gotta move. That's how we gotta maneuver. And when we do that, God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could think, hope, or ask. Today, I had a couple of students, and one in particular who said, Dr. J, I need you to understand this now. I need you to understand. I don't want to just work with you in here. I don't want to just work with you in here. I need you to understand. I want to make sure you know what my assignment is. I want to make sure. I said, I know. He's like, no, I'm serious. So when I ask you, like, how do you work with people on the outside? I want you to know when I get out, I want to work with you. I said, I know. I already know. I already know your assignment. I already know your place. And I see God setting up the ministry. And I see God setting up justice reform. And I see God setting all of these things up and using people that have committed various crimes, who people have said don't have value, to create something that prevents the next generation from going in the wrong direction by giving them positivity early and talking about the consequences of making choices. And that's what life's about. That's what it's about. So you may not have heard me on talking about a lot, but I'm still taking my live. I'm still doing my sprays. In fact, sipping on my live cappuccino, a healthy coffee, y'all, that tastes amazing. It makes you say, ooh, oh my, oh wow, what is this? And you feel it, right? Because what good is it for us to do these things, but our health is not good? What good is it for us to do these things, but we have no money, right? To really have the level of impact that we desire to have. What good is it? Yes, Ephesians 3 and 20. This is literally that season for my life. God is opening up doors and putting me in places and allowing my name to be spoken. And people who may have thought when I said things that I was just talking, really seeing what I was saying and singing, that I really did tell the truth. Like I really do have a program. Like I really do, like for real, that will help these men. And not just men, but women too. That I'm not just talking, not just saying something and I don't know what I'm talking about, but that literally I'm doing the work. Y'all, my wig fell off and I didn't stop. My wig fell off and I didn't miss a beat. My wig fell off and I was not embarrassed. My wig fell off and I was naked and unashamed. Because when you understand what God is doing in your life and you really get that He's transforming you from the inside out, you'll understand that God has set you up and that everything that happens in your life is happening for your utmost highest good. And every situation, every so called problem can only bring good to you, and you are safe. It is well. No matter what's going on, it is well. And now God is just doing what God does. Someone said, it's needed. I have a nephew who's getting released in June, where he's been incarcerated since 19 years. And he's now 40. I'm looking forward to getting him this for his release. Whatever suggestions you can give my family will be most appreciative. Listen, I'm telling you, Summerlin, I definitely will. Y'all, we have an assignment. My assignment is not the same as your assignment, and your assignment is not the same as mine, but all of our assignments matter. Stop letting comparison steal you of the joy of fulfilling your assignment, even when people don't understand it, even when people don't get it, even when he shifts things. You stay focused and let him direct you and guide you. I promise you he will. Now back to this coffee. March 1st, Alive Coffee is released officially. Of course, we got some, right? But officially, it's released March 1st. And you want to get some of this Alive coffee. Why? Because it's not only tastes good, but it's good for you. And I know that the work that I have to do, I need to live a long time and I need to have amazing energy because it's going to take all that. So if you want to know how you can pre-order your coffee, hit your girl up and I'm going to tell you how to pre-order your coffee. So you're one of the first people to get the Alive Cappuccino. A premium gourmet blend that you don't have to add anything to. All you got to do is open, pour, add water, and stir to the right. Ain't nothing like it, y'all. I promise you, I've never tasted anything like it. And I've tasted a lot of coffee, but that, let me just say it like this. Is the truth. Okay. So hit me up and I'll tell you how you can pre-order your coffee. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Christina, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. Know this. Know that God has a plan. And that plan is for your good and not for evil, to give you a hope and a future and to bring you to an expected end. My wig fell off, y'all. And I was still cute. I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic night.